on his hip. Colombo to the right with the tight end and two receivers to the left. Gonzalez looks left from the pocket, backs out to his right, gonna throw for the end zone. It's caught. That's Young for the touchdown. Jake Young, his first career touchdown as a Catamount, has given Western Carolina the early lead on NC State. Washington with a couple of catches for 34 yards. McCall wants to throw again. Now reset, shoots it, end zone, rolling catch, Concepcion, and a touchdown. That's Colombo in motion. Here's Gonzalez moving the pocket right. Throws Colombo the catch. He'll dive for the score. Out of the timeout, Gonzalez dials A.J. Colombo. And the Catamounts retake the lead. On the final, second to last play of this first period. Hey, QB, this is a pretty gutty throw, by the way.
Well, it's a gutty.
See the two backs in the backfield. They're going to flip it to KC. Looking for a slot here at the 5. Bounces off, dives. That's an NC State touchdown. Concepcion did not have a rushing score last year, and he doesn't have one this year yet. That's a pass. That's the quarterback's friend, and that's a touchdown.
Yeah.
Catamounts moving guys around. Tamarez and Jones to the top of your screen. Adams the carry, breaks the crease, keeps his feet. Touchdown for the Catamounts. Western Carolina goes right back in front with 4:36 to go in the third.
What an answer.
All in the gun. Second in the full 10. Catamounts coming with pressure. Across the middle, that's caught. Concepcion inside the 20. 10, 5, State leads.
Well, it's all night long.
I'm not interested in that way. Second down and goal. Give us Waters again at the 5. Bouncing, driving, and touchdown. Second, third, and albeit maybe fourth effort for Jordan Waters.
Dare I say it.
Touchdown catches in a game. Here's Jordan Waters banging away and breaking free. Jordan Waters is going to put the Catamounts to sleep. A little late thunder out of number 7. 50 yards in the house.
You got to put the game away.
And goal for the Jackets. That's Singleton in motion. They're going to hand the ball. Jamal Haynes into the end zone. And the Jackets grab the lead. Third rushing score of the year. Chase Lane, Malik Rutherford, Alexander to the left. Singleton in motion. Snap to him. Haynes King's going to keep it. He'll follow the blockers, and he will drive it to the end zone. And it's a touchdown for Georgia Tech. Haynes King goes into the end zone for the rushing touchdown.
Love this play.
It's a terrific bond that the coach has, not with just his daughter, but his players do as well. And here's the toss, and Eric Singleton, 10-5, touchdown, Georgia Tech. Avery Boyd might have been the guy that helped Singleton finish this, Lukes. And it was nice to see the respect level between the two sides.
Yeah.
It's a play fake by King. Wide open as Rutherford caught it, backs up, now will stride in. One throw and a touchdown for Haynes King. And to say there was a missed cover would be an understatement. Bayer is 13 of 23 for 129. Here's a play fake. Jackets trying to get there. Bayer going to cut it loose and wide open, and caught is Fleming for the touchdown. "24 yards, Christian Bayer to Dorian Fleming."
Oh, the old.
On the video board, here's King. He wants to cut it loose. Sets, now shoots it across. This is Boyd at the 10. Avery with a full head of steam. Did he hit the pylon? He did. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Avery Boyd, 6'3", 240 pounds. Formerly a wide receiver and now just a problem. At least Tennessee State's at just 3 of 13. Klubnik zips it down the field. Wesco in stride, and the Tigers are on the board.
In the offseason, we're in number 12.
52 to Wesco there. He's got 128 on 2 big catches. Here's Klubnik, the keeper, and the Clemson touchdown. He's thrown for one and now run for one. That's Cade Klubnik.
You talk about it.
For Klubnik and the Tigers. Brenningstool in motion, handed to Moffitt. Bends it back to the left side, and here goes Phil Moffitt. 40, 50. Can Moffitt take it to the house? 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Clemson. How about you, Phil Moffitt? There's another throw. Oh my, look what Brenningstool found. And another Tiger touchdown. Brenningstool caught it, I think, on his right hip here, Lutz.
He catches it on his right hip, and then he bobbles it as well. He's cleansed on Cade Klubnik, and he knows it.
Ball inside the 30 for 1st and 10. Klubnik rips it again for Williams. Touchdown. Wow. 29 yards to Antonio Williams.
I would imagine that would be the longest completion streak of most anybody's career.
There's Randall in motion. Here's Klubnik. That's a keeper, and he's got his 4th touchdown of the night. His 2nd rushing. He is thrown for 3 and now run for 2. So 5th touchdown of the night for Cade Klubnik. Overseeing his property.
Yeah. Eric Mackman could play a movie on his back.
E.J. Manuel and Coach Richt, of course, and there's Anderson Castle scoring on the Appalachian touchdown run. So the Mountaineers are on the board. Tom, they picked up about 60-odd yards on this drive. Castle gets the touchdown. A year ago he had 2. Now he's got his first of 2024 here tonight. Klubnik wants to spin it, does. Middle of the field, the catch is made. T.J. Moore scores! Clemson just set a record for most points in a half of football. This is his 11th career game tonight for Clemson. And they're going to toss it, running here to the near side, trying to. We're going to let Troy go back in.
Yeah, we can let Troy go back in.
3rd down now. 6 to go for the Tigers. Klubnik right back across the middle, and another Tiger touchdown for Brenningstool. And Clemson's got 55 with 54 seconds to go in the first half. That's Robinson in the orbit. Aguilar cuts it loose, center of the field. Jackson makes the move and scores the Mountaineer touchdown. Mekhi Jackson had a touchdown last week against East Tennessee State. He's got one here in game 2 tonight. And Sean Clark likes the effort by his club.
Keep your offense out there.
Vizina. And he'll keep it for the score. Christopher Vizina. And a Tiger touchdown. Let's see if they try and dial 10 up again. You see Hemby come out of the backfield all the way to the left side. 2nd and 10 for Edwards. He's going to look to throw. Felton's way again. There's the Maryland touchdown. And that was a rope from Billy Edwards. 19 yards to tie Felton, Lugs, and Maryland has tied the game.
And I love Billy.
Tight end, 3 receivers here for Calandria. Maryland blitzes. Calandria scrambling in the pocket. He'll avoid it at the 5, trying to get to the end zone and dives for the Cavalier touchdown. 1 second to go in the first half. Anthony Calandria rolling dice. That's already tonight, the top of your screen. Here's Edwards, a pump, now wants to launch. Prather, the intended receiver, caught it. Touchdown, Maryland. What a throw and what a catch from Billy Edwards Jr. to Caden Prather.
We talked earlier about Billy Edwards. This is their skill package.
Yeah. Edwards tries to push for the touchdown. And it is ruled a Maryland score. Billy Edwards, his 2nd rushing score of the year. And the Terps now have pushed it to a 13-point lead at 26-13. And Maryland, Tom, has scored on 4 of their 5 second-half possessions. Look at all the shifts here.
I know.
Turbo Richards coming to game. It's outside the 10. Here goes Richards, wide to the left, and he scores, and BC takes the lead. First collegiate touchdown for Turbo Richard. In 13 red zone possessions this year. And that's going to be Childs pushing the stack for the score, I believe. Haven't had an official, now we do. Touchdown for Michigan State. Aiden Childs on the ground. So they answer the BC score with one of their own. do the Spartans here with just better than 8 minutes to go first half.
Post tonight.
Boy, Tim Lewis has got to like the way his defense has handled some of this too, huh?
No question.
Here's Trayshawn Ward, a little sweep play to the left, and look at him fight through cracks, keeps his feet down the far sideline at the 5, and touchdown. The hallway got pretty narrow on the sweep for Trayshawn Ward, but he stayed up. 36 yards. Castellanos first down, looking to throw, going to take a shot downfield. Bond is there, it's caught at the 10, 5, and Boston College leads. Here's Jennings now as SMU slows the tempo a little bit. That's Eby, the tight end, in motion. They're going to hand to Smith. He'll run right, and he scores. On their first possession, a 13-yard touchdown run from Brashard Smith, and SMU on the board first. Georgia is into the game. He's sidecar right of DJU. And a quick throw, end zone, caught, touchdown Florida State. Portier. And the Noles match SMU. Kentron Portier, his 6th catch of the year, is his 2nd touchdown. State's 42-yard line. Daniels will flea flicker back to Jennings, and wide open, and it's caught. Jordan Hudson, touchdown. Now for SMU. Smith's got 50 yards on 10 carries tonight. Here's Jennings looking, corner Maryland. Caught and held on for the touchdown. R.J. Maryland is in the end zone for the 2nd time this year.
One of them that played lights out in a win a week ago versus Cal.
Yep. Here's Jennings, another 3rd down play. Maryland, oh my goodness, what a catch. Touchdown SMU and R.J. Maryland. Giving you the full catalog here. I thought Edwin Joseph had decent coverage, Tom. Jennings threw a rope to Maryland.
That's the
Uyunglele shoots it toward Thomas, caught it, touchdown Florida State, Landon Thomas. The big tight end, 4th guy in the card at that spot. A 20-yard touchdown catch from DJU, and the Noles are on the board with 4:45 to go in the 3rd. 1st and goal at the 2. Daniels to the left side and did not get in. Turned away at the doorstep by the Noles. Darrell
crossed the goal line, which resulted in a touchdown.
For Florida State. After the Daniels fumble, can the Noles keep it going? Pressure coming. Intercepted. Kobe Wilson the pick. Trying to take it across midfield. Does, and still on his feet. Out of 2 tackles, and Wilson will score.
not a lot of space. You can really start to hug the line of scrimmage if you do go on defense.
Jackets get big up front. Here's Haynes, Pyron on the keep, but Zach Pyron drives into the end zone. Jackets are on the board with Pyron's 6th career rushing touchdown, and it's his 4th of the season. So Duke's got 1st and 10 at Georgia Tech's 20. Diaz with 2 timeouts, trailing 10-0. Taylor in motion. Jackets bringing the pressure. Sidearm throw coming here near side. Trying to get to the corner. Pankole and the touchdown for the Blue Devils. Eli Pankole with 26 seconds left. Fifth touchdown catch of the year on a 20-yard crossing route. From their 35, still a 10-7 game with 3 minutes and change to go in the third. Jacket pressure, Murphy, a blind throw, and it's caught. On the streak is Higgins, and Samir Higgins is going to give Duke the lead. 65 yards, Malik Murphy to Philadelphia's Samir Higgins. To the near side. Third goal. Snap to King, blitz coming. Loops it to the far side. Caught! Jamal Haynes, touchdown. Rutherford to the top of your screen. Singleton, touchdown Georgia Tech. How about that? Tom.
Talk about 0 to 60.
I guess the finger's all right. And it's fun. Here is a play fake by McCourt. Pressure coming, taking the deep shot downfield, and it is caught. Touchdown for the Orange. I believe, yes, touchdown.
Amari Hatcher.
Yep. Quite a battle for the ball with Marshall, but Yamari Hatcher comes up with his 3rd touchdown catch of the year.
And it was with the top receiver to the top of the screen.
You see, 3 to the field, 2 to the boundary. Bailey looks left, comes back middle of the field, touchdown. And there is Justin Jolie.
NC State did. So hard to recover.
Running the fullback, they'll hand to Allen, trying to find a spot, and LaQuinn Allen now wedging to the end zone, and he has the Orange touchdown. So LaQuinn Allen, who won the game in Vegas on 2nd and 3rd effort, gets a touchdown in just that same fashion here tonight to start the 2nd half for the Orange. Trying to push the lead now. They're already up 10 with 10:26 to play. And it's a 17-7 ball game. You see the ESPN analytics say on 4th and 8 or less, it's a go, and that's what Fran Brown is doing. Here's McCord looking again. End zone throw is caught. Touchdown for Jackson Meeks. A step into the end zone. The Orange get their 2nd touchdown in as many possessions here in the 2nd half, and now they've taken all 3 NC State turnovers and cashed them in for touchdowns. Virginia Tech at home, at BC, at Cal in the next handful.
Is that Pitt game looking like the game of the year so far in the ACC between 2 surprising football teams?
Look at Bailey. Caught. Noah Rogers at the 10. Touchdown Wolfpack. Improvisation, and the freshman ends up connecting with the former Buckeye for 75 and a score.
They're going to have a tall order in front of them because the best thing Stanford does defensively is play the run.
Roderick Daniels is the running back here. And the play fake from Jennings and a quick shot on the slant, and this is Moochie Dixon. And Moochie Dixon on the first snap of the game scores. 87 yards on the slant from Kevin Jennings.
We know that Rhett Lashley will
first down.
That's another one of those true freshmen we've talked about for Stanford that they're relying upon right now.
Here's Jennings going to launch it downfield, looking for Smith. It's caught. Touchdown on SMU and Keyshawn Smith.
And who do they target? Go right after the fresh.
Jennings with pressure coming. Sinclair ran right by him, and here goes Jennings. Now going to fire wide open. Maryland. He'll back into the end zone for the touchdown. And they're ponying up out here on the farm, Tom.
They are.
Now territory loops.
Potentially.
Here's Brown, wants to throw, looping for the end zone. That's Io Manor, pulls it in. Touchdown for the Cardinal. And another terrific catch for the 13.
Well, there's that contested.
Thanks have caught a pass in this first half for the 24th straight game. And this is L.J. Johnson for the touchdown. And a flag has been thrown after Johnson broke the end line for the score here. And we'll see what this officiating crew with Tim Hedgepath have. Those two guys can play for a lot of people. And Johnson now crashing through. And haven't seen a signal just yet. And now we do. L.J. Johnson's got the touchdown run. And SMU on the board here in the fourth quarter, Tom. Long drive. Covering about 65 yards. But L.J. Johnson caps it on a 2-yard run.
Trouble and missing open guys. He hasn't done that tonight. So off to a good start with this offense.
Pressure coming. Murphy going to take the shot. Here's Brown on a blur. Caught it. Touchdown, Duke. Second touchdown catch of the year for Quayshawn Brown. Fullback. Brashard Smith, tail of the eye. There's a pitch to the far side. Foot race. Stinson hems up Smith. Took a shot. Falls into the end zone. SMU touchdown for Brashard Smith. Wow. What a play on both ends. And Smith wins the battle for the SMU score.
What an absolute.
You got Hudson to the boundary, 3 receivers to the top. And it's going to be Jennings. And the ball popped loose. Is there a ruling? I haven't seen a touchdown signal yet. It is now a touchdown for Kevin Jennings. Ozzie Nicholas and Kevin Jennings, it looked like, met right at the goal line.
Once again.
Jennings up in the pocket, downfield, and that is Daniels wide open. There'll be no play at the pylon this time. Roderick Daniels scores. 81 yards.
Well, he wasn't getting walked this time, Wes.
Murphy to throw again. This time for Moore. Caught it, falls in, touchdown Duke. Wow. This is some kind of play at the back end by Jordan Moore. Taylor and Boggs to the right, the extra tackle to the left. And they're going to hand to Thomas. And Duke has got a touchdown. Star Thomas, his 5th rushing score of the year.
They go unback. Yeah. And then you add Cam Bergeron in there.
Yep.
It's a really good linebacking unit.
2 to the top. Tight end and Hudson now to the bottom of your screen. 2nd down and 9 in the overtime. 2 on the play clock. Snap to Jennings. Here goes Brashard Smith. 10-5 SMU in front first. 24-yard touchdown run, Brashard Smith. Now Murphy and the Blue Devils. Star Thomas in the backfield. Murphy to throw for the end zone. That's Pancol. Touchdown, Duke. Davis Robinson was in coverage, and just a terrific throw by number 6.
Johnson's coming the ball game. He wears number 11. He's in the backfield with Kevin Jennings. First and goal for the Mustangs. Johnson straight ahead. 5th rushing score of the year for L.J. Johnson, and SMU makes quick work of their first possession.
L.J. Johnson, number 11.
Key Thompson tonight's his 47th career game. Here goes Smith, reverse, and this is Roderick Daniels to the right. Daniels eludes one, dives and scores! Oh my goodness! Roderick Daniels does a little bit of everything for Rhett Lashley. He jokes even we might line him up at offensive tackle one time. And now, after the missed field goal, SMU from its 29 with an 11-point lead, and Brashard Smith midfield, and it's a foot race. Smith to the 25, the 10, touchdown. "71 yards is a career best for Brashard Smith." My goodness, Luke.
Remaining teams that yet to play.
Here's Jennings on the snap, buying time. Tries to do something with it, throws to the end zone. Brashard Smith caught it. It's a touchdown. Oh my goodness. Jennings threaded the needle. It looked like McIntyre was going to be able to make a play, but he threw it to only where Smith could catch it.
Remember, Smith was a
Name tackling occurring, and it looks like Kilgore and a couple of other Mustangs in the fray. Try it again, give it to Reed. Did he break the plane? And he did. Touchdown for Pitt. Des Reed's 4th rushing score of the year.
Ruling on the field is a touchdown.
So Reed gets Pitt's first touchdown with 36 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
ended up warding off Ryland Gandy.
And here goes Brashard Smith, touchdown. Gracious. And when you think they're just going to lull you to sleep, maybe play a lullaby, they turn the volume up again on you. It's one Smith and then another for another touchdown.
Back-to-back explosive.
Thanks. After the interception by McGill. Jennings on the play fake, slides it upfield. Matthew Hittner off to the races. Hittner at the 30, full speed, and the big tight end goes 75.
It's a Pony Express.
Total for Matthew Hittner.
Talk about turning on.
Played. He comes in tonight at 5'10", 220. He's played fullback. He's played running back. He's lined up a couple different spots. He'll throw in the end zone, and the catch is made, and that's a touchdown. And that is Kenny Johnson making the catch. Terrific catch in the corner against Nettles. And his coverage, and Narduzzi right down there to congratulate Kenny Johnson, the sophomore, on the touchdown grade.
That's a good throw, too.
On the field call, they're going to play fake. Yarnell will throw, and that's Thomas, the touchdown catch. Malachi Thomas, a big freshman tight end, 225 pounds on a 6'5" frame, has his first touchdown.
Boy, Nate, you're
2 catches at Clemson, 3 on the year. Now has a completed pass. First and goal, little soft toss. Brown scores. Xavier Brown into the end zone. his first rushing score of the year, and Virginia on the board first here on the second snap of the second quarter. Not the case, and now the whistle's in motion here. They're going to hand it straight ahead. Daniel Carter, touchdown Pitt.
All right, Rodney Hampton.
Tie of the game, an extra point would push the Cavaliers back in front. Longest run of the night for Virginia. Calandria, oh my goodness, Brown! Touchdown Virginia. 24-yard throw, and Xavier Brown has got a rushing score and now a receiving score. Just a little bit of hesitation, right, Lukes?
Just a little. And Pitt better come up with some answers to change the fortunes of this third quarter performance.
Neville and Pace, kind of a power eye, and here's Kobe Pace, and Virginia's extending the lead. Cavalier touchdown, Kobe Pace on the first snap of first and goal after he set up the first and goal, now cashes in. So Sanker's interception punctuated by the Cavalier touchdown, third rushing score of the year for Pace. And the lead is 7, and the Cavaliers looking to make it 8. There is the running back with Yarnell.
Yeah, the power back.
Tight end, 3 receivers. Yarnell looking, shoots it to Bartholomew. Touchdown Pitt. The old guys hook up. Yarnell, a redshirt junior, but he's been in this program a long time. Bartholomew, who arrived on the back end of the pandemic, is in the end zone, Tom, for the first time this year. Snaps. Third and goal, Criswell to throw. Pumps, now going to keep. A pump fake again, dives and scores. Touchdown Carolina and Jacoby Criswell. There's a lot to look at in a 4-yard run.
Certainly is. All right, we were talking about the differences in backs. Look at the tempo here as they line up to get this ball snapped.
Give is to Claiborne, dancing to the left, and he is in. Touchdown for Wake Forest, and Damon Claiborne's got his 10th rushing score of the year.
We were talking about the differences of Omarion Hampton and Damon Claiborne, and really is Claiborne's ability with his feet and his ability to jump cut in the hole. If you know,
coming in. Second down, Goss has replaced him now. Here's Criswell. He'll take off to the right. Now throw, caught, back line, touchdown, J.J. Jones. Characteristics of a guy that's been around your program a while.
Fifth-year senior. Now you're backed up here. Make sure you're not risky with the football. You got to play field position if you don't convert this.
Carolina brings 4. Kern through a pick. Power Eccles. 10-5. Touchdown Carolina. Kern stays in the ball game at quarterback. A toss and Claiborne around the edge. He hit the pylon. Touchdown for the Deacons. Damon Claiborne turned the corner and gets his 10th touchdown of the year. Touchdown, Carolina, 2nd and goal. Here's Hampton, hurdled a man, driving and scores. Wow. Wow. First touchdown of the night for Omarion Hampton. 14th of the year, Lukes.
Talking about an onside kick.
So first and goal back at the 16. Kern loops again for the end zone. Moore in the catch. Touchdown Wake Forest. Another good throw and catch combination for the Neeks.
Spectacular throw.
Blue Devils leading rusher is Star Thomas. He's with Murphy on first down. Off the 15, Murphy going to take the deep shot. That is Pancol in stride. Eli Pancol will score easily. .86 yards. Malik Murphy to Eli Pancol. Murphy throws it far side. Pancol to catch. Eli Pancol again. It's a foot race to the house. And he scores. My goodness. First catch was 86. This one is 77.
Ran into him in the elevator last night, and he said, "Oh, you're that guy."
Yeah, the guy that calls me the erector set. There's a throw and wide open. What a catch. Streaking down the sideline is Ollie Jennings inside the 10, and he scores. Ollie Jennings, who had 3 catches in the last 2 games, only 7 on the season coming in, just got a 65-yard touchdown for the Hokies. See Lane in the orbit. They'll hand it to Lane. Now he's going to flip it to Aiden Green. Try the big turn at the far side, and Green sets sail. 10-5. Did he get in? Yes, touchdown, Virginia Tech. How about you, Pop Watson? Duke set up with Star Thomas now in the backfield.
It's an easy strike when they fall down on you.
Here's Murphy to the end zone and backing into the end zone. 3rd touchdown of the night for Eli Pancol.
Makes a great block. Duke's in business.
Sure are. Murphy now in the gun. First and goal. Thomas the carry. Touchdown for Duke. Touchdown run for Thomas. His 6th of the year. Well, here's Watson. The ball to Tootin. He's got a seam at the 20. 10, 5, touchdown. Bayshall Tootin and Virginia Tech. 29 yards. Best run play of the night. Really for either school, Tom.
Really good on deep balls and contested catches.
2nd and short. Hand the ball to Tootin. Touchdown Hokies. Number 2 in the ACC in rushing scores. That's his 14th of the season. And Virginia Tech is on the board first tonight in Blacksburg. In the backfield. Feels like a pretty important 2 minutes for both schools here. Here's Watson, wants to throw. Deep shot, and open is Lane in stride. 10-5 touchdown. .66 yards. 2 dozen here. There's Lane in the orbit. Watson, it's a busted play. He's going to score. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. A rushing score for Pop Watson.
As you mentioned, potentially his last not only regular season game, but game.
Longest drive of the night for Virginia, and here goes Musket on the rushing score. So Tony Musket, who had 2 touchdown runs at Notre Dame in a loss to the Irish, gets Virginia on the board here. Here's Musket, wants to throw, up in the pocket, shoots it into the end zone. Musket up in the pocket, the spin, and the score. Second rushing score for Tony Musket here in this second half.
Des Kitchens, the offensive coordinator at Virginia, has found the secret sauce for this offense here in the third and early moments of the fourth quarter.
Locked down is Pop Watson. Here is Bayshall Tootin, bounces off one, and here we go. 30, 20, 10, 5, and touchdown. Jonas Sanker could not get him before he hit the tape on a 58-yard run. Somebody left the door open, Tom. Second and goal. And Buckley pushes in for the touchdown.
Come up with a way of being more effective. They get back in the red area.
Here's Davenport from the pocket again. Going to cut it loose. That's Webb. Jeremiah Webb. He was telling Tom and Dana and I last night about the ticket request he's had. Here's Davenport taking the deep throw, and it is caught. Oh my goodness, what a play. Jeremiah Webb in the end zone again over Deshaun Bussell. For a team that occasionally likes to go fast, boy, the Jaguars are very deliberate here in the third with the 3-point lead. McReynolds, Davenport to keep, first down, yes, and more. Bishop Davenport scores. The tight end Tootle here to the near side. Third down. Wolf looks, throws, end zone, back shoulder, and caught. Touchdown, Western Michigan, and Anthony Sambucci. There in Gibbs to Bullock, breaking free, into the open field, and a touchdown. Kentrell Bullock scores standing. Lineman Needham in, plug him into the right wing. Raymond the carry. And the Wildcats cannot deny Antoine Raymond the touchdown. At the 2 for Avery Johnson, who takes off and will score easily. Kansas State back in front on the 7th rushing score of the year by the Wildcat quarterback. So now second and goal. And here goes Benjamin. Whoa! Dropped the shoulder and scores. Lowered the boom on Cobbs, and into the end zone goes Ja'Shawn Benjamin for the touchdown.
Rosters have.
Yep. Play fake to Edwards. Now going to shoot it to him and wide open on the backside. At the 10, 5, into the end zone. Touchdown for Kansas State. Now first and goal, or first and 10 at the 24. And they're going to hand it around the edge, and here goes Raymond. Touchdown Rutgers. Antoine Raymond had only one man to beat based on the Kaliakmanis play fake, Tom. Kaliakmanis now on third down. Flips it to a wide open Benjamin. Touchdown Rutgers. Now both these teams, in talking to them before the ball game today. And here's straight ahead running. Oh my, Dylan Edwards creases the Knights, and he's going to score. What a run. 65 yards for Dylan Edwards and a touchdown. The running back is Jackson. Johnson sets, throws, that's caught, flag down, it's a touchdown. And it's Garrett Oakley, the tight end, who's in the end zone if it stands. Go right back to it. And now they slip it, and Raymond's going to score. Wow, how about that? First down. Little slip pass, Jackson to the pylon, touchdown, Kansas State. Longest drive of the game. That's 14 plays for the Wildcat touchdown. All at the 36. Handoff, this is Edwards firing through. Dylan Edwards at the 15, 10, touchdown. Kansas State takes the lead.
Look at the wide